Going back to Nico's report, of course, they were referring to Michael Morada, the veteran, and now the lone veteran that they have as Ziervasio scores on a service ace is now out of the school. The story is she has found work. Now, she graduated March.
Yep.
In the UAP, you have 5 years of eligibility, and she is on her 5th year. Remember, Michael Morada took a 1-year break.
Yes.
So that's why she came back, and then now she comes back with a bunch of rookies last year, and then she's still the veteran this year, but she found work. She's now employed. She tried to balance work, school, and training.
Which is quite difficult.
That's tough. That's very tough. And it has affected her play, according to her. So she has decided now for the, I guess the betterment also for the team, you know, to be able to adjust early in the season without her already, Anne, right?
That's right. Rather than, you know, getting to that point at the latter part of the season where all throughout nasanay na kayo that you've been playing with each other.
Tapos, yung coach mo and your teammates, hindi nila alam magte-training ka ba hindi. Magte-training ka ba hindi. So, it affects the rotation, affects the training, it affects everything about playing the game of volleyball. So, they have amicably split. And that information, according, of course, to the athletic director of Far Eastern University, Mr. Mark Molina. So, it is official. Michael Morada will not join FEU from here on out. She was still in uniform in the Adamson game, but now she will be out of the lineup. And we wish her well. We wish her luck. Of course, trabaho niyan. Iba nang usapan niya.
That's right.
Nakachi gets a point. So, Ateneo gets to the technical timeout first. 8-4 is the score. You're watching women's volleyball action in the UAAP. Back here at the arena in San Juan. The point from Nakachi to give them 8-4. Talking about the Lady Eagles. Here's that point again, the adjustment in mid-air. Just to add to what we said, there were some reports that were out that it was a disciplinary action. We also thought originally, but after clearing it up, syempre, kung ikaw, coach, and you play the game here in the UAP, and you know that if you don't train, sometimes they also decide not to let you play the next game kasi yung pinaghandaan nyo na, ayaw mo nang guluhin kahit na sumama ka.
The movement has to be very fluid, and it's really important that you train together as a team.
So there was no disciplinary action. It was an agreement, and now just to finish off the conversation, as Elisa Valdez puts it away for a 9-5 count. Michael Morada, we wish him well with her employment and her life after volleyball and after FEU. Jem Ferrer, the 2-time best setter in the league, scores a service ace, but she's only ranked number 4 so far this year, but I'm sure she doesn't mind that as long as the team keeps winning.
That's right. Currently, number 1 in our best setter list is actually Giselle C.
Yeah. Giselle C, who's, again, also yung tinatahak nung career ni C, is almost Jem Ferrer-like.
That's right.
Oh, that's a great reactionary dig by Ferrer and a great hit by Rojas. They'll try again. This time it's Vargas. And again, picked up, no? It's a net block. It's out. What's the call there, Anne?
The official is calling it out. So I assume that his call tumama sa antenna.
But it's a point for Ateneo. And Coach Ness is complaining and calling our linesmen.
It would have been different if she hit the ball, hit it straight into the antenna before it actually touched the hands of the blockers.
Look at another angle.
It touched after.
So they correct themselves.
The hands of the blockers.
They correct themselves. Coach Ness Pamilar fuming at the sideline as the best setter so far is on deck. Giselle C. Malaki rin pinayat from last year, to Giselle C. A great quick attack, and it's Nakachi getting another point for Ateneo.
And you see Jem Ferrer now giving more and more plays to Nakachi. Normally, you would notice if Nakachi's in the front line, she would fake, she would get a few sets here and there. But now you'll see that Jem is actually setting to her more often.
That's outside. So 12-6 is the score. And speaking of which, apparently in training the last 2 days, Ateneo concentrated on offense, on combinations, on variety, to try to trick this very, very excellent FEU floor defense. They're wary about this defense of FEU. They know what it's all about, and they've seen it.
And you know, the most difficult teams that you can go up against with are the teams that are very scrappy when it comes to defense. So far, things are working well for the Lady Eagles.
Ang importante dito yung simula ng Ateneo. Because if, let's say, FEU gets to a strong start, that gives them so much confidence coming into the second and third sets, as Kainglet from the back line puts a little muscle behind it and scores another point.
13.
The former basketball player, former ballerina, and now captain of the Lady Eagles.
She's done it all.
The Lady Eagles.
Liza Valdez, Batanggenyang rookie para sa Ateneo. Service error to bring FEU closer. 8 serving 13. Now it is Vargas's turn to serve.
13.
Rosemary Vargas. Tubong Olongapo. That's also off.
Outside serve.
Again, another exchange of service errors.
You know, the situation that FEU in right now is a little tricky. Sabi ko nga kanina sa pregame, they were flying under the radar the first few games. But now, because of that LaSalle match, people have really scouting them. They're catching their attention, and they're really, as we see 3 service errors by these teams back to back to back, people are paying attention to them. So obviously, they know now that the pressure is on them, the spotlight's on them, the audience is watching them, how they will handle it from here on out. Kasi madali lang yung sa simula na wala pang pumapansin sa'yo. How they will handle it from here on out is the interesting part of this tournament. Quick one!
It's different if, you know, the maturity. It takes maturity and experience for you to be able to handle such pressure. As we take a look at that last play from the middle.
Santa Maria, Bulacan native, Gwyneth Eulalio with a quick play. 10 serving 14. Lazaro oversets, but it's a salvageable play. And Kainglet is in front. They go another one. Confusion. And it's a free ball for FEU. Oh, that's a great look by Jem Ferrer. Look at her on the first touch, bringing it to a very tricky portion of the court.
Look at this coming from... It seemed very simple. The mabagal yung bola, but and yet, you know, nobody was actually there.
Sabi nga nila, kung magbibigay ka na rin lang ng free ball, pahirapan ka.
Well placed for Jem Ferrer.
Giselle C trying to pay it back. Great dig from Vargas. We expect a lot of great rallies from these two teams. Interesting spectator, I'm sure UST and LaSalle watching right now on TV. Under the ball was Gwyneth Eulalio. So that means second technical timeout of the first set goes to Ateneo. 16-10. Back in a moment. (16-10) is the score. Ateneo looking good so far here. Jem Ferrer. Maraming ganun, ano? Yung kung makokontrol mo na rin lang yung free ball, mas maganda ibigay mo na sa front line.
Oh,
diba?
Because in this case, naghanap talaga siya ng spot. What she wants is to make it less easier for FEU to create a play.
Yung iba nga dyan, binibigay sa center kaagad eh.
Sa center so that you break it already.
Oo. It's a thinking game, really, volleyball. Just like any other sport, for those who are trying to understand it. These players, and the quick action that they play with, they have to think really fast. As Gretchen Ho is on deck, 16, serving 10. Giselle C quickly again to Eulalio. She knew it. She knew where she was going to go.
Of course, Eulalio now very confident there in the middle. We know that if she's in the front line, kahit center attacker siya, a lot of the plays will really be given to her.
Product of New Era High School. best player of that last match against Adamson University. They open up to Valdez, and Valdez finds the line. Variety coming from Ateneo, and in terms not only of people attacking, but how they're
How
attacking.
they attack, from where they're attacking, where they're actually bringing the ball.
Team captain, Phil Kainglet for Ateneo.
Giselle C opens up. And a facial
Basas.
given to Dindin
By Basas.
Basas. As Jem Ferrer was not able to reach that ball.